welcome back to another video. I have the Pixel 9 Pro Fold here. And yes, I know it's a little late. It was launched around September. So October, November, December, January, February, March. So about 6 months. But having seen other people use this, having seen some of the software improvements that have been made over time, and really being interested in this device, and then it was on sale at Best Buy for $350 off, plus I got another $12.99 off for being a Best Buy Total member. I did pick this up. It was kind of a late birthday present to myself as well. And, we open it up and we get this beautiful inner display. Something that originally I had to adjust to was, as you'll see here, this is the left-hand side. You close it, that's the first screen. So if I were to put stuff over on the right-hand side, for example, let me just add a widget real quick. Let me just go into calendar and say I'm going to add this widget over here. And I'm going to make this full screen. Now, when I close it, it would be the second screen here. And normally on folds, I don't like that. I prefer that you can have two different setups as far as the inner and outer display. Like the Vivo X Fold I have, same kind of thing. Most other folds, apart from Samsung's, you have one layout. I did find and use a launcher for a little while that let you have different layouts depending on the front screen, the inside screen, and even different orientations, but I found that it was a little laggy and I didn't like it. Apart from that, I really, really, really enjoy using this device so far. Battery life has been pretty good. You'll see here I'm at 66%, so I've used a third of it, and we're looking at 3 hours and 46 minutes. So what's that? 7.5 hours plus another 3 hours and 45. So 11 hours and 15 minutes of screen on time potentially. Now, most of that was using the cover screen, but even using the inside screen, I find that I get really, really good battery life. Yesterday, I ended the day, I forgot to take a screenshot, but I ended the day at 50% with 5 hours and 34 minutes of screen on time. And that's doing things like watching video, scrolling through social media here. As you see, you get this beautiful interface. It's pretty well stretched out. Most apps now, you can pick what you want for the layout. As far as if you want it just in the middle, if you want it to fill the screen. Let's check out Threads here. You'll see same kind of thing, stretches it out. YouTube kind of acts like the tablet app, where you get, multiple views there. You can see more in there than as opposed to if you close it and you get one video, open it, you get multiple. The other thing I will say that is taking some adjustment is just typing on the keyboard. So let's say I want to do a search here. I do use the split keyboard. See, if you put it together, a little bit harder to reach. I do have fairly long thumbs, but using the split keyboard is really nice. Or you can do a one-handed keyboard here and, be able to swipe. You can swipe that way. But so far, I'm really enjoying the fact that you get this larger inner screen. Yeah, there's a little bit of a crease, but like if you're center on, you don't notice it so much until you get off axis. The other thing is, I do have this MagSafe ring here, and I am using a Tudia case, the Tudia Merge case, which has the MagSafe ring. And so the nice thing is this allows me to prop it up like this. And yeah, you could use the temp mode where you have it open and the cover kind of tense, but I like that. Or when it's open, I can, with this particular one, there's like an extension for it, which allows me to get this at a nice angle here, so I can have this tipped up at a good angle for me. And it can be in either orientation, you'll see there. So that's really helpful. Or at kind of a slant like this, so that I still have access to the volume rockers there. And of course, you'll see everything rotates very nicely. And I do have some other MagSafe accessories like a wallet and a battery pack. Holds really well with this, works really well, charges just fine with the battery pack. Obviously, you're going to be limited to the wireless charging speed that this is capable of. But you'll see there that I also have everything set so it does continue between. So if I'm in the Play Store and want a larger view, I can open it up. I'm doing something. Oh, I need to go one-handed or, whatever. I can close it up and it continues seamlessly without having to, unlock it again or swipe up. The other thing I'll touch on is you'll notice the fingerprint scanner is really fast. That animation there is beautiful. I do have it set at half or 0.5x animations. I really, really, really like this. Being able to, manage my content here. You'll see I can go in and view my content, have even more space to view it there. The speakers are wonderful. I would do a demonstration, but obviously this picking up over my phone's microphone wouldn't really do it justice. And I am using the OnePlus 13 to record this video. I just wanted to say, my initial thoughts on this product was that I wouldn't really like it and that there would still be some software issues. And it seems to be that for the most part, they have provided the enhancements over the previous version that I really like. For example, you will notice if I go in here, you can keep the taskbar always open. And the handy thing with that is if I want to go split screen, you'll notice I can split screen it really nice there and be having, multiple things going on at a time. I can have Chrome open and, X open there or whatever apps I want to use. The other thing I really like is with the cameras, you have, you can use the inner camera in this kind of layout. You can go into the full screen layout. There's all different methods. You close it up, continue there. So you have, long exposure, ADME, portrait, photo, night sight, panorama. And it's just been a great experience so far, a very enjoyable experience. And everything's really smooth. Battery, yeah, it takes a while to charge. But with this device, with the fact that it can last me all day easily, and maybe even 2 days on more of a lighter day, and I just plug it in and charge it at night, or if I'm sitting there watching an episode or 2 episodes of a show and have it charged up, that's fine. I haven't had any issues with it getting hot while I was charging it. I haven't experienced any uncomfortable use with it. I like the fact that the cover screen is like a normal phone size, and then you open it up and you get this big, beautiful display, and it's square, so kind of, or close to square. So basically, either orientation you have it in, you're going to get a similar experience. And one thing that I do appreciate is that the camera punch out is in the corner here. So let me go into YouTube real quick and pull up one of my videos. Real quick here, we're going to pull up one of my videos. Let's just a little example of the speakers here real quick. About the Poetic Guardian case. But if you look at this, whether it's in this orientation or this orientation, you get similar size video. And then where the speakers are, there's a speaker here. So when it's in this orientation, it's on the left, on the upper part on this side, and then the right lower part here. But when you're in this orientation, you also get right and left, and my hand kind of cups down here, the speaker, so it doesn't interfere with it. And even holding it in the corner, it's up higher here, so it doesn't get in the way. And then this one is here, so I can hold it with both hands like this. Or, if I'm using and have it propped up in bed, it's not getting muffled by the bed sheets or pillow or anything. If it's leaning on something, or if you're laying down and you have it kind of on your stomach or in your lap, it's not getting muffled. And even if you put it this way, one of the speakers is always open, and then the other one is right here, so it's still not blocked by your hand. And I really like that they did that. But one thing you'll notice is because the camera cutout is where it is, you can have a decent camera and it doesn't get in the way of the content unless, you start spreading out to like full screen like that. That shows you better with the hole punches. It doesn't get in the way. HDR content is beautiful. The kind of spatial audio that you can get out of this is wonderful. And so far, the improvements between software and I think hardware as well, not just the processor, but the thinner bezels, the bigger kind of cover screen, and just everything that they've done with this device makes it such a substantial improvement over the original one. And I could easily daily drive this. I am using a Verizon SIM card, and you get the satellite feature. So that's something that pops up if I restart the phone. It will show that you get the access to Verizon's satellite messaging, emergency messaging, stuff like that. Really, really, really nice. I love it for all my, I'm going to do some Amazon shopping here and I'm checking out some stuff. Having this full access, I just can't say enough about it, going into Best Buy, checking out Best Buy here, seeing what's going on with the sales, maybe controlling my home, Google Home stuff. I could be listening to music. And the other thing that's really interesting is like Apple Music. I'm gonna make sure my volume's turned down. But with Apple Music, you get this layout, and if you're listening to music, you get the lyrics here, and then you still have other stuff behind, but you get this beautiful like tablet layout, and then you close it up, and now you're into the phone layout. And so the experience with this, where you really truly do have a phone that opens up into a tablet, as opposed to a tablet that closes into a barely usable phone, is really nice. If I want to watch videos, for example, let's say I'm watching YouTube again. Let me go into my video. Even on this cover screen, you'll see like that is a fairly decent size. It's not, shrunken down super narrow like some other foldables, but it's also not so tall and heavy like a standard phone size. And as far as thickness, it is barely thicker than the OnePlus 13. That's one thing I noticed when I was charging this up and getting it set up. I sat it on my, I sat it next to me, and then I had my OnePlus 13 setting next to it, and this was barely thicker than it. And I just really appreciate everything that they've done improvement-wise with this. So, I'll be giving you kind of my future thoughts on this. This is basically 72 hours in. I got it Monday night, so I've had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday so far as like basically 3 full days at this point using it. And I just really, really am having fun with technology, enjoying this. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. I know, different type of content, no talking head, not a lot of B-roll, but just showing excitement for technology and just showing how I use it in my daily life and just enjoying having fun with it. Being able to, check on my son through the cameras and have it be on that big, beautiful display, or shopping, or handling my channel, or, managing all different apps, split screening stuff, being able to copy and paste between apps. So you're on Amazon, you can copy a link and paste to send it to somebody. Things like that are just wonderful. Stay tuned for case reviews, future videos on this, longer term videos on this, as well as videos on the OnePlus 13 and the S25 Ultra. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you liked the video, give it 2 big thumbs up. Peace, love, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.